Hi guys, so Clodagh here. So this video, to get us back into the swing of things, is going to be a October favourites video. It's a bit late, but better late than never. It says it's probably about a year late, but here I am and I'm doing it now, so we'll just get right into it. So I bought this today, but I have an excuse. I have bought this before. This is my second one of it actually. And this is the MUA Makeup Academy Professional Pro Brow Ultimate Eyebrow Kit. And it has shape, shade and highlight. So it looks like this. And then you just open it up and it has a nice big mirror. So if I'm need to bring like a compact with me, I usually bring this one. And it has 3 eyebrow shades, a really dark one, a medium dark one, and a sort of, it's almost like an orangey one. I don't know why there's an orangey one. I think it's for gingery people. And then a highlight, and it comes with a little mini pair of tweezers and a little eyebrow brush thing, just like the little, like, so you can put the powder on. Obviously I don't use those. I don't think the tweezers work very well either. And mine is in fair to medium, and I have quite dark eyebrows naturally, but I find if I apply something too dark, then that doesn't help. That sort of gives me the caveman eyebrow look, and that's not flattering on me. So I stick with the fair to medium, and I don't even use the darkest shade. I use this shade right here, and this works really well for me, and it's really easy because I'm not fantastic at eyebrows. I have my method of it, but I'm not fantastic. And yep, I really like it, and I would recommend it, and it's like £3.50, so it's quite cheap. I don't know, I think America is starting to get in MUA now, but I'm not sure, but all their stuff is like ridiculously cheap and it's quite good as well. I know their lipsticks and their highlighter and their eyeshadows are actually really good as well. I have eyeshadows of theirs I really like. So if I do want to go with a darker brow, or even just to cover my under eye circles, which I have quite dark under eye circles, so the only thing I have found that helps like under eye concealer wise is this bad boy right here. It still has the wrapper on it because this is, again, is relatively new. This is my second one of this. You know something is good if I go through 2 of them, or go through one of it, because I never finish any beauty products. I'm terrible. Except mascaras and foundations, they're the only things I finish. And this is the L'Oreal Paris Lumi Magique Stylo Touche de Lumiere. And this is basically a dupe for the... not going to talk about that. This is basically a dupe for the Touche the YSL Touche Eclat. Sorry, excuse my French because it's kind of terrible. And basically you just take off the pip where there's like a little white line, take off the lid, twist this once or twice to the right. I sort of go with twice, and then just sort of sweep it under your eyes and then pat it in with your ring finger. Don't do the little dots. Apparently the little dots aren't good for you somehow. I don't know how the little, like, dotting it isn't good for you. I don't know how, but Pinterest told me, so Pinterest is always right. So I do that, and then if I was going for quite a dark brow and I still need it to sort of be lighter around, I just outline the whole brow, including in between the 2 of them. Not the whole way obviously, but like just in between the 2 of them, just to give it a little bit more shape and definition, which is good when my eyebrows are looking a hot mess. And this works really well. It works better than any of the normal concealers I've used for under eye. I would not use it for anything else. Occasionally I would use it for the Cupid's bow. And sometimes, actually no, I tell a lie, sometimes if I can't be bothered to go dig out my highlighter, I will just put it along the top of the cheekbone just to give it a little bit. It's just basically a cream highlighter. It can be used as that, so sometimes I will. And another thing I've been using for months and months, well not months and months, probably about 3 months, 2-3 months now? 2 months now, maybe? I don't know. I got it not long after it came out anyway. Is the Rimmel London Wonderful Mascara with Argan Oil, and then it has it in French. And it just looks like this, and it has a massive, massive tube. The tube is probably the biggest tube I have, biggest tube, you're such a big tube. The biggest tube I've ever witnessed in my life on mascara. And then I think the bristles are natural. I can't tell because it's actually quite, well, it's not old, but it's covered in mascara now. It's not like a new one. I'm pretty sure the bristles were natural. Maybe not, actually. They just look like little fiber ones, whatever you call it. They're not like the natural bristles. They're like fiber ones. I'm trying to, yeah. So it's a really big wand as well. Like, it's quite big. I don't know, but this is a lot healthier for your eyelashes as well, because I was talking to the girl in Superdrug and me and her are kind of best friends now because I'm always in there, so she started using it and then I started using it, and they've all found a really big improvement in their lashes, and I have too. I'm dropping everything today. I need to stop like waving things around. I'm just going to set that down. She found a really big improvement in the lashes, and to be honest, I have too. I don't have very good eyelashes. I used to pull them out as a child. It's really disgusting and really bad. So I don't actually have that many. Well, I do have quite a few, but I don't have as many as I would have had if I didn't pull them out. But I find it really helps them, and I think they've gotten longer. I obviously have it on right now with eyeliner, so they probably look thicker because of the eyeliner too, but I think it works and it doesn't irritate my eyes, and I would have eczema as well sometimes on my eyelids, and excuse me, it does not irritate them, so that's a good thing. And the last sort of makeup-y product would be this blush, and it's from Sleek, and it's called Pomegrante, and it is so pretty. The color is, the camera is really not doing it justice of how pretty it really is. Like, I know it looks really, really dark there. It looks kind of like Cranberry by MAC, the eyeshadow, when you like swatch it on your finger. I don't put that much of it on my face, of course, but it's a really, really pretty like autumn winter blush. I don't really use it any other time. It's supposed to be a dupe for a NARS one. I can't remember which one it is. I don't think it's Orgasm. I think it might be either Sin. I think it's Sin. Maybe Deep Throat. I'm not too sure. But it's supposed to be a dupe for something from NARS. I don't know because I don't have it. But yeah, and it's actually quite big as well. Like, it's not like NARS big, but like it's pretty big for a blush. You know, like Maybelline blush, not the Maybelline, the Max Factor blushes you get, they're like this size. It's not even that size, they're like that size, and you're like, why would I pay like £8 for that much product and it's not even that good? I have a love-hate relationship, well, not love, just a sort of hate relationship with Max Factor. I haven't really got anything from there that I actually like yet. But this is just a really good blush. I'll just take my Real Techniques blush brush, dab it in twice, dab on the back of my hand, and just put it from here out, because you're supposed to go from the center of your iris, I think the light bit of your eye is called, and outwards. Anything in there, it just goes crazy. The last sort of beauty related thing I think would be this perfume, and this is Chloe by Chloe. As you can see, I've actually used nearly half of it. Like, I've used quite a lot of it. I got it at the end of August and I've used it every day. So that's it, and I've like squirted, like I probably do like 2 squirts on my neck, 2 squirts on my wrist, and then 3 squirts just sort of down the body, just to sort of like smell nice overall. I really like it. I can't describe the smell. I'm terrible at describing smells. I'm sure if you Google it, then it'll tell you what is in it. And moving onwards, fashion favourites. I have a coat, and I only really got the coat like 2-3 weeks ago, so it's not that old. And it can't really be a favourite for October, but I'm going to put it in because it was got in October, and I've worn it every time I've been out in October, minus school, because we can't wear coats for our school. I will insert a picture of me wearing it because I can't go get it, but it is so cozy. It is like a parka, and it just, you'll see this, it's like a massive parka, but on the inside it is like a white fleece lined, and it's like the cozy, it feels like my dog, and my dog feels like a cloud, so I kind of feel like I'm wearing my dog, and that's kind of weird, but it just basically feels really cozy. So even if you're wearing like a skirt, like, and your legs are freezing, or like your arms are kind of cold because it's not the fleece line down the arms, but it has extra lining down your arms, your body is snuggy, tuggy, nice and warm. And this is these pair of shoes. I'm pretty sure I have them around my round, but they're kind of disgusting, I'm sorry. I haven't got them fixed yet, but there's just these Chelsea boots, and they're from Next, I think, and they're quite narrowed, and they look kind of long, but they're not. They're only a size 7, but they're the most comfortable things I've worn in my life. And plus it protects your feet from the rain and the cold, which is good, and they're really comfy, and you can walk around in them all day, and they're cool, and they're stylish, and they're suede, and they're a nice sort of like berry colour, sort of like maroony berry colour, burgundy berry. I'm gonna go more with berry, it's less burgundy and more berry, yeah. But they're just really nice and really comfy, and I have been wearing those a lot. Now, random favourites. We are going to be going into home stuff now. I don't really have that many things for home stuff, but I'm a big DIY Pinterest freak. I love home decor. I would just spend my entire day decorating everything in my house if I could and if I had the money. But this is just like a little idea I had. This is just a little, I think, is it espresso mugs you call these? They're just like little tiny mugs. You probably get them smaller, but it's kind of like a shot glass for coffee. But this is just, it's one of those Pantone universe ones, so as I always say, it's like one of the like colours of the world, and this is in the shade 585. I don't drink coffee, so I use it for other things. I use it to put in like little bobby pins, and I have a little bracelet in the minute, and some of my smaller rings, just because like I have like a little midi ring in here that obviously it would get lost if I put it anywhere else, and then I have this one that I wear quite often, so I put it in there for easy access. And just some bobby pins because they're always handy to have, and it just is a cute little way to store them and you can still see them, easy access. You don't have to like fiddle with a lid or anything, you just pop your hand in and steal it. Not steal it because you own them. Please don't steal my bobby pins. I lose them like crazy. But I found I've lost less of them since I got this. And I just got this in TK Maxx. I'm sure you can get them anywhere. Well, not anywhere, but if you look up Pantone, you can probably get it on like eBay or something, or Amazon. I don't know if you can still get this exact colour, but you can give it a go. Then moving on to really random. I think this is the last category because, oh wait, yeah, really random. We're gonna end on a high note, but we're gonna go with hot water bottles. It is freezing in Ireland. Well, not freezing, it's like 8 degrees, but it was 18 degrees last week, so it was quite a big drop. We actually had autumn for quite a long time. Now it's just winter. We don't have autumn anymore. Autumn is gone and winter is coming, okay? We had actually quite a warm autumn, which is weird for us. But yeah, so hot water bottles are back in full force, as well as the onesies and the snuggies and the cozy fleecy jammy bottoms and hoodies, and all the warm clothes are back, and I love it because I get to spend most of the day, well, most of the evening in bed, and I don't get yelled at for being lazy because it's cold, so that's my excuse anyway, it's cold. And the final category is probably going to be TV shows. I haven't really read anything recently, just Jane Eyre count, and I've only been reading it for school. TV shows, I have 2, and I was off for a week at Halloween, and I watched 5 seasons, well, like 4.5 seasons, no, yeah, 4.5 seasons of 2 different TV shows altogether in about 4 days. It was kind of bad. 17 solid hours of TV. Needless to say, I was kind of demented afterwards, and it was kind of like Mrs. Rochester Bertha living in the attic. But the first one is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't know if you guys know this, I'm actually a really huge Marvel fan. Like, I like comics as well, but Marvel is like my thing. Marvel Cinematic Universe is probably my ultimate fandom. Yes, I'm in fandoms, I am that sad. But Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is kind of like Marmite. People either really love it or really hate it. I really love it, mainly because of Fitzsimmons, because they're so cute, but the character development in the show is just really good, and like you have like your badass ladies, and don't take no shit from anybody, and then you have your guys who are like, yeah, it's okay. Like, the guys are more, they're the ones that are not more emotional, but they're like the ones that sort of wear their heart on their sleeves, and they'll be like, yeah, but I love you. It's not about like all about love. Like, there's aliens and bad guys and, oh, can't say what I was about to say because spoilers. And like bad stuff happens, but it's quite a refreshing take, and plus it's, yes, people think it's Joss Whedon. It's not Joss Whedon. He produces it, maybe. He has something to do with it, like, but his son, I think it's his son, Jed Whedon, his same last name, and it looks kind of like him, and they both have names beginning with J, so I'm assuming he's his son. He writes it along with Marissa something. This is really going to bug me. I don't know, Marissa something, but she's like a female writer, and she writes most of the episodes, I'm pretty sure, and she wrote some of the best ones of the season. I can't remember which one they were, but the ones with the oh my god plot lines, she wrote those, and I'm like, yes, female represent. So that was really good, and I don't have the DVD of the other one because I've been watching it on Netflix, is Arrow. Ooh, Arrow, it's so good. Oh my god. Arrow is so good, and I got really addicted to it, and it was like the last 2 episodes of season 2, and it was about 3 in the morning, and I was like huddled up in my blanket and like all like curled up in my bed watching it on my laptop, and my dad came in and he was like, Clodagh, go to bed, and I was like, no, it ends tonight. So I was taking the whole, you know, this ends tonight, we're going to take down the bad guy really, really seriously, and obviously started thinking that I was in Arrow, which is bad. I hope I don't, because pretty much everyone dies. But no, it's really good as well, and it's on season 3, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is currently on season 2. But this is a really long video, I'm gonna have to edit it, so it is nice to be back, and I hope you'll take me back. I will try and make as many videos or blog posts or something as humanly possible